Hello, hello, hello. Are we live? You know me. I am so not prepared. Okay. Let me see if I am live. Let me see if I'm live. Oh, wait. Am I live? Oh, yeah, I am live. Okay. I'm live. Mm, In stream. Okay, so I am live. I just gotta trust the process because I'm just forever um not trusting the process. And I just have to put my faith that if it say that it's live, that it's live. And we're gonna just have to go with that. Mm, Okay. All right. All right. So let me start by just saying, like, this is a story time. And this story time is I hope my microphone is good. I hope my microphone is good. Let me see if I can if you guys can hear. Let me go back. Let me see if I can. Okay, cool, 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 cool. So everything is working good. All right, cool beans. So I wanted to come today with this story time because um I was talking to a friend of mine, and you know how when you talk to people you haven't talked to in a long time, they start reminding you of stuff and you're reminiscing. And this particular story is about the time that I almost got our whole complex torn down. I mean, not complex, but I got our job almost got shut down because of me. So let me just tell you. All right. So, first of all, let me share with you the screen. All right. So, the screen in front of me or in front of you, you can see this is like a out, like an actual a diagram of how where I used to work at. Look, right? So, you would walk into the place okay, so you would walk into the place from the parking lot because I worked at a school and I worked for a like a before and after school program. And I also had a subsidized preschool, right? So the supervisor. So you kind of walk in through there's two buildings and there's like back to back. Hey Lonnie. So I'm telling this story how I almost got my my job shut down. All right. So I worked for the school and there's two buildings. Oh, are they on your are they on there? Are they uploaded? Are they uploaded? Cuz I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share on my channel. So let me know when you upload it cuz I'm gonna share on there if they're all uploaded. Okay, let's see. Can I let me see something. All right. It wasn't hard, was it? It was pretty easy. It was pretty easy. Okay, let me see something. Um, we're gonna take a little detour right quick. Let's see. Um, do I have to can I pull it up this way? Let me see if I can pull it up this way. You know, we'd be all over the place. Um, wait a minute. Ooh, child. What am I doing? All right. At oh, let's see. Lonnie 91. Do you Do you want me to upload them? I mean, do you want me to share it, Lonnie? Because I won't share it if you don't want me to share it. Do I have your permission to share your channel? Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right, so let me go ahead and share this. So I'm going to share my screen. I don't want to share that screen. All right. Um, so let's share the screen. Lonnie, YouTube, share. All right. So here we got, this is Lonnie. Hey, Lonnie. She got fourth. Okay, let's do this one. Natural hair. All right. Can we? Why is it not working? Is there sound to it, or we don't like that? We're gonna like it. We're gonna be the first to like it. Ooh, natural hair blowout dry bun silk press coming soon. Hey, that's what's up. Okay, let's see the next one. Oh, let's like that. That's a beautiful dress. Ooh, sexy, sexy. You said first three, no, but my last one here if you speak. Oh, okay, 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 cool, cool. I was like, oh my god, like I'm already breaking my equipment. Ah, nice. Got the body. Ooh, look at you giving face. Okay, we're gonna like the video. Like the video. Okay, let me turn this one down because my phone been blowing up all day. All right. Aw. Okay, let's see. Is it? Why is it not working? Is something I gotta do on my end? Um, who is that? Is that your that's not your sister, is it? It's your friend? You know what? I don't know why I can't make it let me see. It's all the way up. Why is not See, you know what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened. Oh, one of your good friends, she keep. You know what ended up happening? Oh, you guys are in a festive mood. I love it. What ended up happening was remember on my earlier live, everybody was saying that the stuff was too loud, so I turned everything down, and now I don't know how to turn it back up. I don't know how to turn it back up. Let's see. No, that's not working because it should be. Oh, maybe this up here. What is this? Oh, that's something different. Oh, have to play around with it. But nice. Look at you. Yay! See how much fun it is? It's so much fun. And the thing about it is you can do any I mean, you don't have to it to me, I feel like when you're on YouTube, it's almost like a journal. It could be like a journal, right? Where you just like having different parts of your life put up there. But it's cute. Happy holidays. Yay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Aw. Cool beans. Congratulations, Lonnie. Aw, don't be. You shouldn't be. You know what? If you ever want to come on live, just let me know. You can come on live over here, or whatever. Well, yeah, one day you are. One day you will be. You come up here and we can just shoot the what do you call it? Shoot the shit. Oh yeah, I think that's what they call it. I think that's what they call it. But anyway. Okay, so let me get back to the story. Let me get back to the story. All right. So I'm gonna show, let me see, add to the stage. Okay, so like I was saying, I used to work for this agency and they had a before and after school um like before and after school care. And then I had a subsidized preschool. So what ended up happening was, if you can look at the actual screen, right? So it was two buildings connected together, but it had like a little entrance towards like the back. And so when you first came in the first door, and then my little office was right there, and I could see out the window. But as you can see on the other side where it says desk, there's this little what do you call it? Partition, right? So you can't see through the partition because I block it so I wouldn't be disturbed by the kids because both rooms are just full of kids. So I don't know, maybe I had walked away, whatever. I wasn't always in my office. Sometimes I was with the staff, whatever. So then one day I came and I was sitting down and I was working, and this parent came and she goes, Kelly, my child was wandering outside. So this is a preschooler. And I'm like, what? Like, are you kidding me? Because she came in with her kid through the front door. Sometimes people came in late. And then I was like, oh my goodness. So then I went over and looked, and that child had been signed in earlier. And the staff, because if you look over with the second door, they let the kid leave out the second door. Nobody was paying attention, whatever. So I was like, oh my God, whatever. So I like had to call the staff over, and they're like, oh no, I didn't see, whatever, which was very, concerning. So anyway, by that happening, like I'm a snitch. So I snitched on myself. So I called community care licensing and I reported it because, I'm not trying to hide nothing. And I told the parent that I was going to report it to community care licensing, that I was going to take care of the staff that, it happened to, whatever. And so they were like, okay, we're going to do an investigation. That I did my own investigation. So anyway, it was very scary because what if that child would have wandered out in the street and got hit by a car? Or what if it would have wandered and somebody would have snapped? I mean, even thinking about it now, my heart just beats so hard. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, 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 but it didn't. Luckily, the mom just happened to come up at the same time this child was leaving. So community care licensing came out and it was this guy. It was a man, and he was looking at me just so cringy, right? And I offered him some water. I said, "Would you like some?" No, I said, "Would you like something to drink?" And he said, "Sure." Now, I know for a fact when you're doing an investigation and you're community care licensing, you're not supposed to take anything. I know this for a fact. So by me offering something, and he said that he wanted it, like, yes, I knew, like, maybe I can kind of finesse this person. So anyway, he was saying how before he came, he looked up all this stuff, and there was a long list of violations with this particular place. Now, just mind you, I was new. Can you hear? Oh shoot. The, okay. That I was new um with this. I was new with this agency, so I didn't know that there was this long list. And this is what people don't realize. People, sometimes you just be so hungry and so thirsty to work somewhere that you don't even realize that you got to be careful where you work. I mean, it goes both ways. The person that hires you, they're taking a chance on you, but you're taking a chance on where you're working as well. Not all places are, not all money's good money. Let me just put it that way. So when we were talking, he was just telling me about the history of, like, all these violations, and that with this particular violation that happened, that we might just um I might just we might lose. We might get this place closed down, right? And it's on my watch. So I'm responsible because I'm the supervisor at the time. So I said to him, "Well, is there like anything that, I can do?" Oh my goodness. I can't believe I'm telling this story. So I said, "Is there anything that I can do to, maybe talk outside of here?" And he says, "Well, maybe we can talk over dinner." And I said, "Okay, we can talk over dinner. That'll be fine." Child. When I tell you this guy, somebody like tall, tall, dark, and handsome. Well, he was the opposite of tall, dark, and handsome. Just put it that way. And so I go out on this date with them, right? We meet at this place and he's trying to get me drunk. I know he's trying to get me drunk because he keeps buying me drinks. But what I was doing was I went to the bartender and I told the because I tasted it and I said, "Ooh, this is weak." Thought it was a weak drink. And so I went to the bar and I asked the bartender, "Can you make this non-alcoholic?" But whatever. He's like, "I got you, I got you, I got you." So the bartender was so when I told him when I was doing this thing, it was called I think it was called like a Superman, whatever. And he had uh like this like juice in it and it was kind of sweet, but he made it to where it wasn't, it didn't have any alcohol in it. But it looked like it was an alcoholic drink. So but he was charging them for the alcoholic drink. And so I kind of was acting like I was little whatever. And so then every time that I try to talk about the case, because it was a active case, he he kind of like would turn it, um, like turn the conversation away. But I'm make sure I need to know if we gonna get shut down or not, right? So, after a few drinks, I think we had some hors d'oeuvres, whatever. He said, "Well, maybe we can talk about this further at my apartment." So the whole time, mind you, I'm texting my coworker, the one that I work with, and I'm telling my coworker, "Look, we're in this situation where he wants me to go back to his house." And then I said, "I'm sending you the address, whatever." I'm gonna send you the address. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna have to take one for the team because I'm trying to save everybody's job, right? I'm trying to save my job. I'm trying to save because at the time I had 4 staff. So not only was I trying to save my job, but I had to also save the job of, you know, for my staff because people need to eat. So we go back to his apartment. He has a couch and that's about it. He didn't have a table. He had a TV. It was on some boxes. And he was like, "Hey, would you like another drink?" And so I was like, "Oh, I feel like I just had so much," and he was like, "No, just a little bit." I was like, "Okay." But I was totally sober because I hadn't tasted any alcohol by this time. So he said it would make me a margarita. So I go into the kitchen with him. I'm not stupid. Right? Right? Because people be putting stuff and see, I didn't know this, but I mean, I know it now, but back in the day, people would put stuff in your drinks, like you got Diddy and Bill Cosby. I don't know if R. Kelly did it. I think R. Kelly was just dealing with, goofy, I mean, whatever. But I had a situation before when somebody drugged me, right? It turned out good. So, nothing. I mean, that's another story for another time. The time I got drugged. I'll talk about that on another live. That's another story time. But so yeah, I already went through being drugged once. I said I'm not gonna get drugged again. So I go in the kitchen with him and I'm looking at his setup. He don't have no spoons or forks. He just have like knives. Or maybe he did have a spoon or fork, but they was dirty, whatever. So he goes to make this margarita and he puts the margarita mix in the alcohol and then the ice, and he has to stir it with a butter knife. Stirring it with a butter knife. I'm like, oh my God. So he gives me the drink. It was pretty strong, right? It was disgusting actually because he hardly put any mix in it. But I just was like, sip it, sip it, sip it. And so he told me, he said, I think because he was like African, he had like this really deep accent, right? And he goes, I really like you. I really like you a lot. Just never mind the accent, but just get it. So he goes to reach for me, right? No, he goes to reach for my face, to touch my face, right? Like, and his fingers look like um little sausages. Like those little breakfast sausages? His fingers look like the breakfast sausages. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then he like sat really close to me and he was just saying, you're just so beautiful. You're just so beautiful. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. But in my mind, I was like, ew. Like, ew. I wasn't for, it's just like, ugh. Vienna, no, not Vienna sausage. No, Vienna sausages are cute. Like I used to eat Vienna sausage. Vienna sausage is cute. They like little and they all. No, I'm talking about burnt breakfast sausages. Those little breakfast sausages, a little bigger than a Vienna sausage. The little burnt sausages, even they all wrinkled. Even before you even cook those breakfast sausages, they look suspect. But anyway, I digress. He comes reaching for my face, right? I was like, "Oh my goodness." So then he says to me, I really feel like me and you could have something." And I was thinking like, "Oh my goodness." So I was just like, "Well, what a I'm trying to feel him out because I wa- I mean, I really was going to take one for the team, to save all our jobs. To save our jobs. And he was just yeah, like he was telling me he didn't have a bed. And when he told me he did not have a bed, I literally got sick to my stomach because I'm thinking this guy is trying to knock me down on this couch. And the couch was suspect. It had like stains on it. And so I don't know what those stains were, but it was gross. Yeah. Bob Evans sausage links. Yes. That's what his fingers look like. And then he touched my bare skin. Can you hear me? Okay. So he goes to touch my bare skin. And when he touched my skin, literally, I was like, oh, I literally got sick to my stomach. I'm like, oh, I think I just drunk too much. He's like, oh, no, you can stay here. No, I can't. I can't stay here. I have to go home. I have to go home. So he was like, oh, okay, okay. Well, so he went to walk me. He went to walk me to my car. And so we got to my car. No, I don't even think he had an air mattress. I think he probably had a mattress on the floor, but I don't know. I didn't go into his bedroom. I could see something, but I didn't see no furniture. It was like it was a couch and a TV and like it didn't have anything to look like home. It was just like an apartment. Or that it just yeah, like an apartment. Um, but you could tell like it was lived in. I don't know. Some people live different. Me, not so much. So it needed a woman's touch. There, it needed a woman's touch. So he walks me to my car, and I get to the car, and I look at him, and the door is open, so I'm standing in the door. So he goes in to kiss me, and as he's going in to kiss me, my body just kind of like melt. It melts in the car. And then I hit the back of my head like on the top of the door part, and then I fall inside. So yeah, that's what ended up happening to me. And I got in the car and I text my friend. I said, "I'm sorry, but I think we're all gonna lose our jobs. So we just need to start looking for other jobs." Because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I it was just he was just so cringy. Like, ugh. So the next day I go into work and I see the family and she tells me what happened. She said, they got it out of her daughter. So what ended up happening was her daughter was by the window. And so the daughter seen her mom drive up. And so as the mom was walking up, let me show you. Go back to that little screen. So as the mom was walking up from the parking lot, from the second door, she looked out and she seen her mom and then she just ran out the door. So that's what ended up happening. So it wasn't like she was just wandering around for hella hours and all that kind of stuff. No, 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 no. She seen her mom and she ran out. And that's how she found out, well, that's how the situation happened. So when that story came out, the mom was like, okay, she felt like safe with us, but we did have to do precautions and stuff. So from that situation, we ended up putting a buzzard on the door. So every time that the door would open, it would do a loud buzzard kind of sound. So in a way, it was kind of good that it happened. I mean, it wasn't good that it happened, but we learned from that experience. And then as far as the guy who, the community care license person, they're not supposed to interact with you like that. So when I was telling a friend like, "Oh, we're about to lose a job," she's like, "No, actually, you have a case because I guess it's like that thing where someone is over you, so community care licensing will be over us, and so it will be a lawsuit because he wasn't supposed to ask me out." So it was a win-win. Like, the mother felt safe. We made the adjustments to our job, and yeah, I didn't have to. I didn't have to I didn't have to. Hello? 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 Okay. I didn't have to give it up. And everybody got their job saved. So yeah, that was my story time. But you know what? You shouldn't be in a situation. I had to write this stuff up, but anyway, like you should never be in a situation where you feel like you have to bust it out for anybody. You really don't. Because when you bust it out, I mean bust it out. Who says that? Who says that? When you are dealing with somebody like that in a situation where, you have to give up your morals and, you know, to save your job, no job is worth that. No job is worth that kind of thing. So, in saying that, this is a plug for one of my videos called Dealing with Work-Life Balance, where you have to separate the two. Your work is your work and your life is your life, and you have to separate the two. So don't get so caught up in your work and your job where it becomes your life kind of thing. Yeah. So um this is it right here, dealing with work-life balance. And this was 4 years ago. Child, am I a vampire or what? I am a vampire. I'm a vampire. But it is crazy because um I think at the very, very end of the day, just know that you have to find those things that bring you joy, that bring you happiness, right? Unless you know what, unless your work is unless you own your own business. That's different. Now, when you're working, and I think that's what this kind of comes from, work-life balance. even with your own business, like if you have a business, you have to make sure that you separate that business. Like, say for me, I love my art. I love creating. I love editing, all this kind of stuff, but I don't put it everywhere. It's very defined. Now I know some people might not have the space, whatever, but even when I was staying with family, I had a little because I just had like a room, right? So in my room, I had like a little area where I had all my stuff, like my computer and laptop, whatever, my camera stuff, and that's where I did it. So it's just about making like different little areas and stuff for yourself. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that story time. I don't know, maybe because it's like daytime, it's a little different, but Imma do a story time at night. Imma do a story time at night and see if the vibe is different because I have a bunch of stories. So, I just wanna thank everybody for coming out, and if you're seeing this on a replay gang, hit the like button, and I am here for it. All right. Everybody have a great it's Friday. Dang, it's crazy. It's Friday. So everybody have a great day. And yeah, if no one's told you today that they love you, I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye. Thanks for coming. Mm, 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 mm.